Good morning, students. Today we learn about the properties of determinants which make it differ from matrices. The properties of determinant which simplify its equation by obtaining maximum number of zeros in a row or a column. It means we use the properties for finding the value of determinant by obtaining maximum zeros so that calculation will be easy. And these properties are true for all determinants of any order. Now, the property number 1, the value of determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. It means if we transpose the determinant, the value remains unchanged. Suppose I am taking a small determinant containing elements 2, 4, 1, 3 and calculating it, we get 3 to the 6, 6 minus 4, 4 1 is 4, that will give you 2. Now apply row interchange to column. Row becomes column and column become rows. The element of rows are interchanged to the elements of column. So first row was 2, 4. Here it will become column, that is 2, 4 in column, and 1, 3 in second row. Here it will be 1, 3 in second column. Now calculate this. 3 to the 6 minus 4, again it is 2. It means the transpose of a matrix has same determinant value as it is in original form. The determinant of A transpose is equal to determinant A. This is property number 1. Property number 2, if any two rows or columns, it means we are applying the property in rows only, rows to row or column to column of a determinant are interchanged. If any two rows are of a determinant are interchanged, then the sign of determinant changes. Or if any two columns of a determinant are interchanged, then the sign of determinant also changes. It means if you are given a determinant and you interchange R1 to R2, then the value of new determinant will become negative. And similarly, if we interchange columns C1 and C2, then the value of determinant also become negative. Property number 3, if any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, means all corresponding elements are same or proportional, then the value of determinant is 0. It means if we see in a determinant any two rows are equal, identical, or any two columns are identical, then the value of determinant will be 0. Here I have a determinant 1, 2, 3 having elements 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Here R1 and R3 are same. So the value of this determinant will be 0. We can calculate this and we get the value 0. So we have to remember this property. If any two rows or columns are identical, then the value of determinant will be 0. Now property number 4, if each element of a row or a column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then its value gets multiplied by k. It means if we have a determinant containing element 1, 3, 2, 4, we get the value 4 minus 6, that is minus 2. Now suppose I am multiplying row 1 by k. The determinant becomes 1k, 3k, and R2 remains same, 2, 4. After calculation, we get 4k minus 6k, that is minus 2k. It means the value becomes k times. So we see that if any row or any column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then the value gets k times. Its results are some. By this property, we can take out any common factor from any one row or any one column of a given determinant. It means we can take any common factor from a complete row or from a complete column. Second, if corresponding element of any two rows or columns of a determinant are proportional. If these are proportional also in the same ratio, then its value will be 0. Property number 5, if some or all elements of a row or column of a determinant are expressed as sum of two or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of two or more determinants. Here I am taking a determinant containing R1 element x plus a, x plus b, x plus c, and x, y, z in second row and p, q, r in third row. Here R1 has the elements in the sum of two terms. So this determinant can be divided in this manner. We take x p, x, y, p, x, z, r plus a, x, p, b, y, q, c, z, r determinant. First element to all, second element to all. We get two determinants like this. Now property number 6, if to each element of any row or column of a determinant the equal multiple of corresponding element of other row or column are added, then value of determinant remains the same. The value of determinant remains same if we apply this operation. Operation, just see that Ri, ith row is changing Ri plus KRJ. Another row is added to it with the multiplication of K. So the value of determinant remains same. Suppose A is the determinant having elements A, B, C, X, Y, Z, P, Q, R. Using R1 becomes R1 plus KR2. We get this determinant like this. Determinant A1 is equal to determinant A plus Kx, B plus Ky, C plus Kz, X, Y, Z, P, Q, R. Here R1 is changed because we are using R1 becomes R1 plus KR2. So applying this we get this value. Now this is equal to, again applying previous property, we get AXP BYQ CZR plus KX XP KYYQ K, Z, Z, R. Now first one is determinant A, plus second one is, if we take common K from R1, we get a determinant having same element in first row and second row. So if after taking common K, we get a determinant with two rows are identical, so the value will be 0, so it becomes K into 0, so we get determinant A. It means if we apply such rule, then determinant value will not change. Its some results are here. If any determinant is obtained by applying Rj, means row is multiplied by some constant, or same process is in column, any column is multiplied by some constant, then the value of determinant becomes K times. If single row is multiplied by a constant, each element of rows are multiplied by constant, only one row, then the value becomes K times. Similarly, if any column elements, any one column elements are multiplied by a constant, then the value of determinant becomes K times. Second, if more than one operation like Ri becomes Ri plus Krj is done in one step. So care should be taken to see that a row that is affected in one operation should not be used in another operation. Keep in mind, if we are applying R1 becomes R1 plus KR2, then we cannot apply the same process for R2 with R1 in same time, and similar remark is for column operation. Thus we have 6 properties, and using this we have to solve the exercise. Before going to exercise, you have to see the examples also. Now I am taking exercise 4.2. Question is, using the property of determinants and without expanding in exercises 1 to 7, prove that. Question is, a determinant is given, you have to prove this is 0. One method is you have to calculate by the method of finding the determinant of order 3, but it is a long process. So here we use only the property and go 1-2 steps, we get the result. So suppose I am applying C1 becomes, here you see x a, x plus a, y b, y plus b, z c, z plus c. So the value here C1 becomes C1 plus C2, means column element are column 1 element are and column 2 element are added, and it is, column 1 is changed in this manner. So C1 becomes C1 plus C2, we get x plus a, y plus b, z plus c, a b c, x plus a, y plus b, z plus c. Here C1 and C2 are identical, so that means the value becomes 0 by the using property of 2 rows or 2 columns are identical, then the value is 0. Similar process we can apply in question number 3, which is having elements, some element 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 65, 75, 86 is equal to 0. Applying the rule, C1 becomes C1 plus 9 C2. We have to see that how this number is obtained. C1 becomes 9C2. If we multiply the elements of C2 by 9 and adding with C1, then change will be in C1. So C1 becomes, so we get 65, 75, 86 and 7, 8, 9, 65, 75. Here we see that C1 and C3 are identical, so the value will be 0. Now there is another question 5 in which one determinant is given. You have to prove that twice of the another determinant. Here we see that a plus a, b plus c, c plus a plus b, these are in rows, and q plus r plus p, p plus q, and y plus z, z plus x, x plus y, these are all in rows. So we can make change in rows. Suppose we are applying that R1 becomes R1 plus R2 plus R3. Then what happens? And the R1 element will become 2a plus 2b plus 2c, 2p plus 2q plus 2r, 2x plus 2y plus 2z. R2 and R3 remain same. Thus we see that from R1 you can take 2 common. Thus it becomes 2 and a plus b plus c, p plus q plus r, x plus y plus z, and R2 and R3 remain same. Now apply R2 becomes R2 minus R1. Then change will be in R2. And R3 become R3 minus R1. Here I fixed R1. So we cannot make change in R1 only. We are changing in R2 and R3. So R1 remains same, and the value minus b minus q minus y, corresponding elements of R1 R2 are subtracted. R2 subtracts the corresponding elements of R1, and elements of R3 will subtract the corresponding elements of R1. So we get like this. Now here we are having minus sign in all elements of R2 and in all elements of R3. So we take common minus from R2 and minus from R3. This will become minus 1 square, and 2 multiply 2 and the determinant. The minus 1 square is plus 1, so it becomes twice of a plus b plus c, like this. Now applying R1 becomes R1 minus R2 plus R3, so it becomes twice of APX, BQY, CRZ, that is RHS. Similar way you can prove, or you can learn another questions and prove them. And now practice the questions of examples 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. That's all. Have a good day.